His name we start. In this period, we are going to start the explanation of a new chapter, which is lines in coordinate system. First of all, if you want to answer, raise your hands, please. Who knows what is the coordinate system? غنوة.
XY. Orthogonal system.
Raise your hand يا علي. غنوة.
Orthogonal system.
It is the orthogonal system. Who knows another name for this system? علي الهادي.
XY axis.
X or Y axis. Who knows another name? Okay, this is the coordinate system, or the orthonormal system, or the orthogonal system, or the Cartesian system for axes, or X or Y system of axes. Who knows what is the x-axis?
abscissa.
Axis of abscissas. فإذن is it the horizontal axis or the vertical axis يا مريم?
Horizontal.
Horizontal axis. So this axis is called x or x prime. We start from the positive side, it is x, and from the negative side it is x prime. X prime, and here O. O is called the origin, which is the point of intersection of the two axes. And what do we call the vertical axis?
Ordinates.
Axis of ordinates, which is the y-axis. Put y to the positive side and y prime down to the negative side. As you can see here, the direction to the right is the positive, and here, as you see, we have an arrow which indicates the direction of the positive, and here we have an arrow which indicates also the direction of the positive side. So this is the coordinate system. It consists of x prime or x, two axes, x prime or x, and y prime or y. They are perpendicular to each other. What do we call the axis of x prime or x? Axis of what? Ya Ghinwa.
Ordinate.
X prime or x is the axis of what? Zahra Menaim.
Abscissa.
Axis of abscissas. فإذن x prime or x is the axis of abscissas. And y prime or y يا غنوة?
Axis of ordinates.
فإذن y prime or y is the axis of ordinates. Let's write them here. X prime O x is the axis of abscissas. And y prime or y is the axis of ordinates. Okay, the arrows here, the arrows shows the positive direction. Okay, this is the coordinate system. Also, in this coordinate system, we can divide it into 4 quadrants. This here, this quadrant here, is called the first quadrant. And in the first quadrant, the abscissa and the ordinate are positive or negative?
Positive.
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 Both the abscissa and the ordinates are positive. And down here, this quadrant is called the second quadrant.
إيه. بس بيقول لك أحمد الخشن قال فوت من المعروف.
Okay. And this quadrant here is called the second quadrant. The abscissas are what? Positive or negative?
Negative. Negative.
The abscissas. The
Positive.
abscissas are on OX. They are positive. And the ordinates
Negative.
negative are on OY prime. They are negative. And here we have the third quadrant. Here we have the third quadrant. What can you say about the abscissas here? Negative or positive?
Negative. Negative.
Negative. And the ordinates are positive.
Positive.
Right. And here we have the fourth quadrant. Here we have the fourth quadrant. The abscissas are what? Negative or positive?
Negative.
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 The ordinates?
Negative. Negative.
Okay.
Negative.
As you can see here in the first quadrant, both the abscissas on OX and the ordinates on OY are positive and positive. On the second quadrant, the abscissas are on OX positive and the ordinates are on OY prime negative. On the third quadrant, the abscissas are on OX prime negative and the ordinates are on OY positive. On the fourth quadrant, the abscissas are on OX prime negative and the ordinates are on OY prime negative. Okay? O is called what?
Origin.
Origin. O is called what? The origin. O is called the origin. Is the point of intersection of the two axes, which is the point of intersection of the two axes. Okay? So, this is a brief explanation about the system of axes, x prime or x, y prime or y, or we call it coordinates system. To plot a point on the coordinate system, this point should have an abscissa and an ordinate. The point should have an abscissa and ordinate. Let's take an example. This point 2, 5. 2, 5. Ideal point. Point A. Point A, look at here. Point A equal 2, 5. 2 is what?
X-axis.
Is the abscissa. And 5 is what?
Ordinate.
Is ordinate.
Ordinate.
Let's take another example. Where is A located? In what quadrant A is located?
First.
In the
First
third
quadrant.
Let's take another example. Minus 3 and 4. Point B. What is the abscissa of point B?
-3.
Minus 3. What's the ordinate of point B?
4.
4. Where is B located? In what quadrant?
Third quadrant.
In the third quadrant. Let's take one more example. -1 minus 6. -4. Point C. What is the abscissa of point C?
-1.
-1. What is the ordinate of point C?
-4.
-4. As you see, to locate this point, to plot, for example, this point C, we go to the abscissa -1. We take a vertical line parallel to the y-axis till it reaches -4 on the y-axis, and we plot the point C. And this is the point C. Okay, so the coordinates of C are -1 and -4. The abscissa of C is -1. The ordinate of C is -4. Okay, this is how we plot a point on the system of axes. Okay, here on the board, so here we say point A, it has the coordinates 2 and what? 2 and what?
5.
5. Look at here, it's 5, 2, 5. So point A, the coordinates of A are 2 and 5. The abscissa of A is what?
أستاذ كيف 2؟
2. Here is 2. Going from 2. On the abscissa axis,
okay.
Ahmad, we go from 2. We start from 2. Okay? So T, 2 is the abscissa and 5 is the ordinate. Ahmad, point B. What are the coordinates of B?
اوكي الابسسة -3
-3
وال
and ordinate
ordinate 4.
4. Good. Hamad Ammar, point C. coordinates of C يا محمد العمار.
أستاذ الصورة مش مبينة عندي.
حسن عباس, the coordinates of C.
أنا بجاوب يا أستاذ. coordinate equal
ايه يا استاذ.
4.
حسن عباس, coordinates of
ايه يا
C.
استاذ.
في جواب
-4.
يعني
حسن عباس, coordinates of C.
-4.
We start from the abscissa. The abscissa is
-1.
-1. And the ordinate?
-4.
-4. So each point to be plotted on the coordinate system should have two coordinates, the abscissa and the ordinate, okay, like these examples.